Testing, testing, testing. Shizuoka, Japan. Shizuoka, Japan. There is too loud. Okay. Testing, testing. Kitsap Admirals.
sound.
You got him.
Yeah, we're not ready to begin.
Yeah, I think. So do you want me to do play-by-play, Doctor?
Well, yeah, at least this first half.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see if I can. You could also. I'll be like John and go, well, you see, the weak side help didn't come the way it should have, and they had a 3x2.
Okay, yeah. And then the 4x4.
Test, test. Can we clear the floor, please? Can we clear the floor, please? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the 360 dance team come up and do their routine from the NBA. And now, can you rise for the national anthem, which will be sung by the late great Whitney Houston. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for coming also thanking Japan for coming from so far away. Now, we're going to do the starting five. All right, forgive me if I mess your guys' names up. I ain't used to this stuff. All right, starting at number 15 for Japan, Takaya Okada. Number 9, Leo Bandano. Tedrick Hill. Marcelio. No, and last but not least, number 12, Soa Yoshida. And now, for your Kitsap Admirals, number 21, Cliff Lee. Oh, he's 13. Number 11, Big Pat Lewis. Number 31, Bill Houston. Number 23, your hometown person, Tyzetta Curry. And number 22, Todd the Short Man Williams.
Welcome to West Sound TV presents Kitsap Admiral Basketball. This is an international event tonight. They are taking on the Shizuoka Gym Rats, not directly from Japan. Many of them coming from there, a couple of them coming from the area, but they've been traveling the country and we're just one of their whistle stops tonight. My name's Kitty Campagna, and on the camera tonight we have Patricia Ann Mathis. She is also producing for us tonight, and on the other microphone, getting a little, I don't know if it's a break, but wearing black tonight, we have Doc Parr doing color. Doc, so what do you think about this matchup this evening?
Well, let's welcome the viewers in Japan.
Exactly.
Thanks to the Kitsap Sun, we're able to stream this game worldwide, and I certainly hope we have some viewers. We had a great response last year, and it was a fun game.
Exactly, and we have actually gotten some pronunciations. Doesn't mean we can repeat what we were told. There's a couple of those I can handle. Jerry Lewis, how about you? And starting center is Tedrick Hill, that's number 34. Out there for Japan, number 13, Takua Okada. Number 12, Suma Yoshida. Number 9, Leo Bando. He and Takua were both here last year. Number 2, Masahiro Ishitani.
Well, and out there,
Doc, I'll give you the easier ones. You take on the Admirals.
Out there for our Admirals from Kitsap County, number 11, Mr. Patrick Lewis, 22.
Shooting more technicals here, maybe just to see if we can get warmed up. That's Leo Bando at the line.
And now they're going to give it to White.
Tedrick Hill interpreting out there a little bit.
Do we have our officials?
I know one's Del Ritter, and I believe the other one might be Harvey Marshall. So we know Del for sure.
Well, we are underway. Yeah, right away, a little bit of D there by Mr. Clifley.
We always like some D. There's no doubt about it. Trying to get it inside immediately to the height, which Patricia believes is 8'20". Tyzetta Curry misses that dunk, but really nice pass. Excellent idea.
It was, and a good job by Ulysses. Todd.
Lee with the steal. He goes ahead to Curry. And Curry for 2.
Ooh-wee.
Yoshida into Ishitani. By the time I finish saying some names here, they're going to be already made the basket, I'm sure. Hill for 2. Todd Williams bringing it up, gets it ahead to Okada with his foot on the line.
Now, Okada is the kind of manager, director, operations manager, etc., which
As
also
well.
means bus driver, I guess.
Possibly. Phil Houston off on that shot. Quickly down with a pass to Houston. I'm sure that wasn't the original plan. Houston will take it the distance, goes to Curry. And that rolls around as far as it possibly can. And all 4 points to Curry. Yoshida bringing it down. Gets it into Hill. That looks like that might be a pretty good play for the Gym Rats tonight.
Pretty solid, all right.
Curry ahead to Phil Houston. Houston's going to go ahead and take the 3. Rebound to Cliff Lee and in. We're going to let Bando bring it up.
Now, Bando played last year, and he did a nice job.
I think Bando's been a staple on this team. You can kind of check internet to see who all's been playing, and he's been around.
1 and done on that one for the international team.
Curry finds Williams. Puts it up, a rebound to Hill. Hill does have an inch or two on pretty much anybody out there. Yoshida. Bando with it. They have 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and here we have our another version of a dunk. This one coming from Tedrick Hill.
And that was a beauty of a pass by Okada. He split the 2 defenders and got the ball to the breaker right down the middle of the paint.
Now, if you look at the Kitsap Admirals bench, they have enough guys to play 3 games. So Houston puts it up for 3. I think you have to make the best of your playing time this evening.
Mr. Phil Houston probably used to playing on this court at Bremerton night.
Prior to its naming.
That's correct.
So Tedrick Hill, he has 8 of the 9 points up there. The other point coming from the technical. Lee to Williams. Gym Rats running a man-on-man. Nice job by Lee to go over the taller Hill out there.
And again, triggered by that time a good pass from Isaiah Curry. Got it right to where Lee could work with it.
And that's definitely a growth in Ty. People make a pass to him so often because he has a hellacious dunk, but he has also become a very good assist man.
Oh, Patrick down low.
And then to Lee, no, it won't go.
Yeah, he was down there waving his hands.
Okada bringing it up, finds Bando. Quick hands knock it away, back to Okada though. Trying to use a screen, it's not there. Now it is. Bando has it, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Mr. Hill is already into double digits. Phil Houston with it, finds Williams. 3 is in and out. That's going to go off a nice pickup by Okada there. This being such a quick-paced game up and down the court, we're going to get our first foul of the evening going on Phil Houston.
And at the 7:13 mark, idiot.
Bando takes it in the reverse, not able to put it down. I think that's going to go off of Curry.
Yeah, they're going to say the Japanese team will maintain the possession. Patrick there playing on the big man. He's using the old NBA hands defense.
Well, that defense at the moment has kept him to 10 points. And farther away, Hill puts that one down. We got 6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. 13-11 lead by the Gym Rats, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Damn. I do not. That looked pretty good.
Patrick Lewis picking up that particular foul.
And you know, week before last, we did a lot of WCD games in the district tournament for the high schools over in Tacoma. And I swear Dale was at least half of them. Roughing.
Oh, and what they are discussing is that, they got it taken off. The 2 points are down. They were worried about that the points went up. On the board, the Admirals are the Knights this evening, and our Japanese team being the guest. Now, so far, they just run a typical man. That pass is going to have an over and back happen. I keep expecting a little bit more of a double on Hill underneath. Into Curry, back to Williams. Curry's going to go ahead and drive the middle. Yes! 2 for Ty.
And all it took was one step for Ty to get around that man, and nobody came to help.
Bando bringing it up. Amazingly going inside to Hill. Here's that little double down there.
And a nice takeaway.
Houston corrals that. Nice job by Phil Houston. And of course the pass as well.
Cliff Lee's knocked a couple of them loose out there.
He's got some quick hands out there,
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Yoshida comes down limping a little bit after that miss.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get his knee brace back in the right place.
Oh, that could be.
But that was a very nice move.
He's trying to get it inside. Lee in with good position. Tries the backward shot. Not able to go down, but had it been down, we would have been happy to have it on film.
Must have thought it was the NBA All-Star game.
That could be.
Or the day before.
Bando looking to the side. That is tipped out of bounds by Tyzea Curry, and it looks like we're going to have a change. Richard Smith coming on in. He's going to replace Patrick Lewis. And guess who he gets to guard, Doc? The drive by Bando. That does not go down. It looks like number 6, Suguro Saito out there as well. Into Smith for 2.
And again, Cliff Lee with a very nice assist. My favorite, the bounce pass. Admirals have been doing a nice job of playing a team game so far tonight.
They have some good assists, and that's given them a 17-13 lead. A lot of those, they've had some nice shots by the Gym Rats as well that aren't going down. I think the only one who's found the key to that basket is Hill so far. And they move out of the way of Curry. I'm not sure if they thought he was passing. I'm not sure I'd want to be in front of Curry when he's got a little locomotion behind him either. Bando leading it from out top. You got your double team. That's exactly what you got to do to break that double team.
Good job by Bando keeping it alive on that rebound.
Rebound goes to Smith and off to Curry.
Neither team has had a whole lot of offensive boards yet tonight.
Phil Houston with the drive. Pulls it up. And it's the two-handed tip. I think we're playing volleyball now.
I was going to say,
soon a spike.
Volleyball court.
That would have been a 3, but it didn't go down. Uh-oh.
Bando is the one that took that shot off the iron, and it was the long rebound. He was out there, but it went to the other side of the court.
And it looked like, and we're going to have a media timeout.
3:37 left to go in number 1, and the Admirals up. last play was just a good, strong hustle play. Getting
It was.
that ball away from the other team and taking it to the iron.
Ishitana puts it in.
Your Admirals in a man-on-man.
So I'm realizing as I do this, Doc, I'm somewhat backwards. I should be saying, if it's like Ichiro, most of these guys probably go more by that first name as their last name. And that's 2 points to number 8. I don't think Jerry Lewis does. We don't have to call him Jerry all the way down. We can, but we'll just throw a lot of names out there. Schindel looking at the shot. Jimmy King up and out. Rebound to Washington. 2 for Washington.
And Schindel doing a nice job on that, staying with that board.
They go into Lewis. Lewis is that same shot that Tedrick Hill was using earlier to the Japanese team.
That one knocked out by Washington.
Schindel putting some full court pressure on.
Oh, he's putting some pressure on. That was a nice job up at the post, but a 3-pointer for Bando.
That gives the guest a 22-21 lead. Chappell tries to bring it inside. We're going to get a reach. I'm liking Bando, old school, raises his hand. That I don't know if that's how the Japanese leagues do it.
And there is no 1-and-1 in
Correct.
the ABA.
Once they get to the 8 fouls, then it is shooting time. Some nice crisp passing. That's Chappell. In and out.
Yeah, look who comes out of there with it for a moment. It was Shippers.
Quick hands behind him, though, that take that away. Oh, and then quick hands of Schindel steal that. Chappell behind the back, under the foot, and down for 2. And fouled.
You'll get a trip up there to the free throw line. It's good to see Justin Chappell out there. 6'2", 190.
Like I said, tonight I believe they don't even have enough chairs for everybody there on the sidelines for the Admirals. I'm thinking maybe the gym rats could give up a chair. What's your thought, Doc?
They might have 1 or 2 extras there, all right.
Exactly. Ooh, silence. Chappell handles the silence and puts the Admirals ahead 24-22 with about 50 seconds left here in that first quarter.
3 the old-fashioned way for Justin. Well, I like that double team there.
Oh, they're going to have to do that. That is their only opportunity. Still has a jumper from a distance. I do not know where Mr. Tedrick Hill played prior to this, but he's got some skills out there.
He took about half a step back was all he needed to elevate and put that soft jumper through.
King trying to direct some traffic. Nice fast pass. Oh, what an idea. Chappell wanted the slightly different pass, but there was the alley. All tied up at 24, 18 seconds remaining.
Shot clock is off, so the Japanese team can hold, but now the Admirals are going to throw on a little full court pressure.
Not a bad idea. Don't let them have just an easy access coming down. Bando with the ball.
Oh,
that'll stop him until he makes his 2 free throws. Exactly.
And you know that one, unfortunately, I think Washington was almost as good a screen as the Japanese could have.
Oh, that could have been.
For. Tedrick made a move towards Washington's side. Washington stepped right into the other defender, which gave Tedrick the 1 step around on the opposite side.
Trying to bring in a couple new people, and Dale says you can't do it till the 2nd free throw, so they're going to get the first one. And now Dale, our dean of referees out there. Looks like Takuya Okada taking a seat. Got Yoshida in. And rebound to...
Oh, beautiful pass.
Chappell did not get it off.
Oh, no, says But that was just a beauty of a pass that time by Jimmy King.
It was a great play. So at the end of one, it is 25-24, the Gym Rats ahead. Number 1, we got Duke Hamill. 10 is Corey Sweet. 13, Cliff Lee. 32 is Shindell Washington. Oh, he has it taken away by Hill.
Ooh, Hill said, not in my neighborhood.
Whoa! And that's going to go off of Hill. He says, my bad, that was a good pass.
It was a good pass. He just couldn't quite get a hold of it to get it up above to the rim.
Well, I don't know an Admiral brave enough to stand there with him going down the lane that fast. That would be the perfect screen just set. No talking.
A good move by Yoshida.
And a foul on number 13. That's Okada. Takuya. And they will say that was a shooting foul. So Corey Sweet going to go to the line. They played musical numbers with a couple of these guys tonight. Sweet going by 10 this evening. First one's off.
I don't see, is Maya here tonight?
He is another shot. In their case, I think it's bus leg, like you said, Doc. Oh, that's going to be a jump ball. Lee brought it down just a little bit low, and Leo's right there.
And Bando will be the inbounder, and now once again we're seeing the Admirals set up with some full court pressure defense.
Great opportunity for the Admirals to get some different sets and figure out some things to play. Nice speed.
It sure is, because you've only got 8 seconds to get it across that half-court line here in this game.
Saito gets it across. Suguro. Oh, that's going to be a travel down there in the underneath the basket. Masahiro back into the game. Gym Rats running a zone, which when you are limited on players, that's a little bit less taxing defense. Oh, nice try by Shindell.
No, but it was excellent cover D by Hill. He stepped right in when he saw the player got inside of the defender.
Nice save on the sideline there. Here comes the help defense, and that's going to go off the foot, but that was planned well. Hill was going to have the assist had that worked.
Yeah, Endurance Weekly doing a nice job of coming from the weak side over there to help out with that D.
Weekey bringing it up. Admirals with a 29-25 lead. 9 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Cliff Lee putting it up for 2 more.
Pretty smooth shot there and a takeaway. Whoa.
And Hamill is rewarded with his opportunity on the 3-point shot.
And once again, the Admiral showing some nice defensive effort. The hands are working, the feet, of course, you play defense with the feet first of all, but they're doing a nice job.
Well, and the difference is that they are able to bring in a whole different crew every single quarter, probably about every single 2 minutes, and still be pretty fresh.
This is correct, and that's why you probably don't want to play defense as your first option with the hands.
True. 6 fouls on the Admirals, 3 on the Gym Rats. Looked like they had a nice opening on the outside that they didn't pick up. Gonna go inside, and looking at almost a triple team at the moment. Rebound to Sweet, and he is surrounded by gym rats. Nice passing by the Admirals. Shindell Washington manages to knock it off of the gentleman from Japan.
Takeo Okada. Yeah.
We want to continue to grow this league, and that one of the ways you're going to do it is with exposure. So we have to thank the Kitsap Sun for a lot of that, where we're getting that international exposure out there on the internet. And then, of course, we show up on BCAT quite often. Patricia's got us our own little schedule there, and that is excellent if you're looking.
Corey almost had his hands on that one.
And that is the 8th foul.
Now we don't have
triggered into Hill. Hill finds underneath Lewis. Hill is possibly robbed. And Leo's raising his hand. Yeah, I stopped. 2 more. I have Hill with 16 in that first quarter. Now he's up to 18. Unofficially, because I'm talking, streaming, and taking stats all at the same time.
Oh, and
there's a pass, yes.
Almost had that takeaway, but the Admirals get it back.
I have Cliff Lee in double digits now. He's got 14. Ishitani running the baseline, trying to find an opening.
Oh, Bando's fighting for it, and it's going to go to the Admirals. Here's the break. Look out!
Oh, Hamill tries it. No!
The Duke misses, and so does Shindell. Probably one of the easiest shots of the night for Washington.
I am liking the reaction from the crowd, though. It's better than if he'd made it, because they are, and he's dying as well. So the entire bench clapping. I did see that we have Ricky King sitting over on the sideline. I don't know if he's fully functional again, but good to see number 24 back in action.
And the Admirals have had some very nice in-down plays down on this lower end coming off the baseline so far.
Rebound to Duke Hamill, one of the shorter guys. He's going down. Rebound to Lewis. Williams runs the middle. And Washington with the putback.
Clean it up, Mr. Shindell, Washington.
Shindell with 10 now. Just being in the right place at the right time. And here he is with the steal up ahead to Hamill. Another opportunity, yes, but not quite the dunk.
And that has been one thing that the Admirals have really taken advantage of so far, has been those tip outs on the dribble.
That transition game coming nicely for them. Patrick Lewis gets the rebound. Seeing a little bit of fatigue coming in now.
I think they're going to tag that one to Banda.
And we are going to have a media timeout, 53-29. Big deal.
Now the idea with the hand checking was always that if you did not impede the player, but I think that lately I've seen, at least I know the pros are trying to crack down on that pro college level a little bit more.
Well, they did at the beginning of the season in college, and I think they have reverted. They just don't know where they're at on what they're calling, so it's kind of confusing for them. Jerry Lewis up to the line. And as you said, Doc, no 1-and-1. He gets 2, although obviously Ricky was all ready for the 1-and-1.
We haven't seen the yellow light, the 3D.
The red light, yeah.
Oh, it's red tonight, huh? Okay.
I thought it was always red. Maybe you and I have different color vision.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Jimmy King will get it across. Or Duke, excuse me.
hassled into that. Cliff Lee ends up with it, finds Williams on the sideline. But we're going to get a foul on Jerry Lewis. Looks like Todd Williams going to go to the line. No fear there. Todd listed at 5, I'll find him here, 5'10", when he's wearing his stiletto tennis shoes.
Yeah, 165.
Okay, I don't know.
No shots.
I have no idea what the real foul was because they're saying it was on the floor, so it must have been post. Phil Houston back into the game. Finds Hamill in the corner. Then he goes to Ricky King. Out to Williams. Certainly a second chance opportunity for Houston. Oh, King goes up against Hill. Surprisingly, he lost that battle and comes away with a foul. 2:54 remaining here in the first quarter. 53-31. Not the Bremerton Knights in the lead, but the Kitsap Admirals.
And Tedrick Hill will go up there to the free throw line for the Japanese team from Shizuoka.
Tedrick 2 of 3 from the line tonight. First one's off.
Shizuoka, I believe, down by Mount Fuji. Looks
Okay.
like a lovely part of the country. And green tea is one of their major exports.
Oh, unbelievable. Williams does have that shot. I promise you, I've seen it go down. He certainly got a lot of opportunities. Jerry Lewis putting it up. Patrick Lewis gets it ahead. Back to Lewis. Or Houston, I'm sorry. 31's Houston, 11's Lewis. There's Ricky King underneath.
And that time Hill did a good job of knocking it out instead of trying to fight Ricky for the board.
Interesting breakaway.
Lewis goes up between 3 Admirals.
I know they had a lot of openings up until then. Excellent body control by the big man, Patrick. That's his first 2 points of the evening.
Less than a minute left to go here in that first half. Uh-oh.
26-point lead for the Admirals this evening, 57-31.
And it'll send the Shizuoka team up to the free throw line, Suma Yoshida.
This is his first time to the line tonight. And his first point. Yeah, they've got to be exhausted when you, I'm sure they play full games everywhere they go just about. So I did offer to start at point guard for him, and he got a really good laugh out of that. And I Welcome back to West Sound TV presents Kitsap Admiral Basketball. We got some semi-pro basketball. We have team from Kitsap County and then one from Shizuoka, Japan. The Gym Rats, they are a traveling team that comes and plays teams across the country trying to get opportunities to maybe play at a higher level here in the United States. My name's Kitty Campagna, and I have Patricia Ann on camera tonight. She's also producing this. And filling the other mic tonight, we have Doc Pard. Doc, what about that first half?
Well, the score is 61-35 in favor of our Admirals, but it was a hard-fought contest, and we want to say hi to the Tracy and Pee-wees.
Notice the little boys in purple.
Up.
I think they're playing for the Gym Rats the next half. I'm not sure.
Well, and that's probably the biggest problem the Gym Rats have, numbers, and that's a few numbers, small numbers as far as substitutions and whatnot. And this is such a fast ball game. It's just so hard to keep up, and I thought the Admirals did a nice job. In fact, one of the better jobs in the last few games on the defensive end. They were knocking a lot of balls loose and trying to keep it from going inside to the big man on the Shizuoka team, Mr. Hill.
Oh, Mr. Hill still scored plenty. He had 20 in that first half, so he outscored pretty much everybody. Leading the Admirals in the first half, Cliff Lee had 14. In double digits, Shindale Washington, Tyzea Curry, and then just a boatload of other Admirals getting something in the scoring column.
Yeah, it's good to see Ricky King back out there. He did a nice job when he was in, clearing up some things and putting it back through the hoop. Number
24, Ricky King, 12, Justin Chappell, 23, Tyzea Curry, 1, Duke Hamill, 10, Corey Sweet. Those are your Admirals, and let's see who we have starting for our Gym Rats.
Okada triggers it in, and he gets it back. Ted Drake Hill out there. Over in the corner, the long shot.
That's Leo Bando for 3.
He had a good first half. Lost a few on the dribble.
That being probably one of those tiredness sort of things that happens, fatigue. Going ahead to Bando, but the steal by Curry. He's leaving Gym Rats everywhere.
Oh, Tyzea looked like Richard Sherman on that one. He just had his eyes on the passer the whole way.
Well, and the neat part is how they do figure out how to reward the person who started the whole thing. So that was very nicely done.
Well, that's something else that I really appreciated in that first half about the Admirals. They did a nice job of working the ball around. They weren't just running and gunning.
No, I mean, you still do quite a bit of gunning just because you only have a 24-second clock. But most of them were nice open shots. They didn't all necessarily go down. Hill's first time to the line, or not first time to the line, first time this half. One more shot. All the Gym Rats already back, saving a little energy right now. And Hill puts down the second one.
Tonight's contest at Bremerton High School. Nice facility here.
Saito doing some of that out there. The drive by Sweet. Sweet with a nice little teardrop working tonight.
You know, being at Bremerton, let me take a moment to congratulate the Bremerton High School bowling team, the state champions.
It's extremely cool. They have been close for the last couple years, and for them to actually win it, that's huge.
Yes, indeed.
Takata with the 3, and it is good.
And that was a good effort by the entire team. Getting that rebound and then working it back out and around the outside to Takata.
I made up his name. It's Okada. It's just,
okay.
So that one's my fault. You put the first letter from the last name, and you add them all together, and they're going to have a quick timeout while Tedrick Hill tries to find an eye.
Yep.
It might be one of those contact moments.
Yep, it is. But yeah, I thought that was great.
For each frame, so that it's a very interesting way to do it. Okada with it. Nice drive down the middle, and the block! Oh, Ricky King thought he had all ball.
Looked pretty good from up here.
And we are up here. hoping they have a crane to bring us right back down at the end of this. This is the highest we've been on this side of the gym at Bremerton. 2 fouls on the Admirals this half, both on Ricky King, I believe. Yoshida putting down the first one.
Yeah, and the Admirals trainer over there, Sean Joseph, is helping Hill.
Yeah, you kind of have to share your supplies and your people for an evening like this. Some of this is just the goodwill that comes with it. Duke Hamill bringing it up. Screens galore being set. Gets it inside to King. King uses a little muscle, and he's fouled this time.
Yeah, that one might have been in the high school game, at least. The armbar.
Oh, okay. Not seen, however. He was
Way up.
It was blocked.
See that, and it looks like they're working on his maybe mouth area or nose. I wonder if he ended up getting some blood or something.
That's very possible. I think that last basket by Curry, I have him with 16 points. Remember, again, those are unofficial points done by the multitasking person here. Nice shot by Leo, but it's not going to go down. Hamill's going to push it. He is guarded tightly by Ishitani. Well, nice to see Curry take a three. He's got that ability, and when you get Ricky King underneath the cleanup, that's not a bad plan.
It definitely helps your confidence a little bit as an outside shooter, that you got a rebounder down low that you can rely on.
Hamill with the move back and forth. Pretty juke, and he's in for 2. That's 7 points on the evening. Yoshida gets it to Bando. Oh, and that's going to be the offensive foul. I just kind of thought that was, everybody fell down. So at the 7:46 media timeout, 78-43, Kitsap Admirals.
Give it up for the 360.
Admirals continue to increase their lead now. 78-43, 7:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Now I've checked some of the scores for these Gym Rats, and part of it is that they are just playing so many games. I know they kept up with the Dallas team that they had played with, and I think you eventually just get so fatigued. My guess is that they also pick up a couple local players each time, so they're playing with a little bit new personnel. Chappell putting it up. He is short. Rebound to Jerry Lewis. Corey Sweet's going to do, it looks like the little kid just trying to jump up and hit the ball out of the tall guy's hand on that, but he's going to be called for the foul by Del Ritter. That is the third foul on the Admirals, 2 on the Gym Rats. Looks like Hill's right back in it, and he's going to prove it with a 3 from the distance. 24 points on the evening. Hamill's trying to set up the good pass.
Very
really
nice
pretty.
Play. Yeah, that was Sumo Yoshida.
Good control by Hill as well.
To Hill, and there we go, another takeaway. So far, just like that first quarter, the Japanese team coming out with a lot of shall we say, effort?
Oh, definitely. Nice job of moving the ball, getting the transition game on that. That foul goes to Chappell, and Tedrick Hill to the line once again. It's fortunate he was at the bottom of my scoring thing because I would have run out of space, just so you know. Cliff Lee going to enter the game. Todd Williams. Great opportunity for Williams to get a lot of playing time. At 5'10", he is sometimes overshadowed by some of the guys out there, but he certainly has game. Curry bringing it up, finds his other point guard, Williams. Williams will take that three-pointer. Nice rebound by Richard Smith. Didn't even notice he'd joined the game. Good job of getting some position by Cliff Lee.
Ball tipped around.
Tip drill, and finally,
Yeah, I was going to say, finally. And it
Smith for two.
was Richard that finished it up for the Admirals. 80 points on the board for the Admirals.
Yeah, and we still have 5:51 left in the third.
Yeah, and Hill finding his outside shot.
After having eyes removed inside, he's just trying a little bit deep.
Yeah.
I can see where Tedrick might have a future beyond what we're looking at here at the ABA.
He certainly has some good skills out there. Oh,
That's going to go down as a pass. But even the little peewee guys know that was not the original plan.
yeah, Todd was smiling at that one. He'll take the assist.
You bet. Bando with the pull-up jump shot. Lewis with a nice rebound. Some good moves. Rebound to Lee. Decides he's going to just be a guard and take it the distance. It's his first points the second half, but he has 16, and that makes it 85-54 with 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Okay.
Oh, another.
I'm really not sure how you stop Tedrick Hill.
You're going to have to get out on him for one thing.
There was a hand in the face. Well, maybe you just answer him, as Phil Houston just did.
That's another way of doing it.
I think you have to deny him the ball, is what you, even on the
Well.
outside, which is a hard thing to do.
Oh, and there
Okay,
again,
he
this
is
time it
feeling
was
it.
from the free throw line. He is feeling it now.
Only a two. Oh,
That
we
one
were
almost
all
went in.
amazed that did not go in. I was already writing two on my little score sheet.
That was a turnaround fallback on that one. Good idea. Oh, good outlet.
Probably a smart move as well
Especially if you could make it.
by Okada with the three. The pass was just slow enough that Cliff Lee had caught up, so he just took the outside. Richard Smith just not getting the bounce right now. Okada challenges Houston,
Yeah, good screen by Hill.
which opens up Hill on the pick and roll. And I think we are looking at a media timeout. 88-62, Admirals with the big lead.
All right, now for the Kitsap
came up with a media timeout with only 2:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Admirals with a good size lead, 88-62. Jimmy King bringing it up, finds Williams. Houston on the outside. Doesn't have the opening underneath. Some nice quick passing. Patrick Lewis decides to go ahead and try it, but there's only 6 seconds left on that. On the shot clock, Houston put it up, saves it to Lewis.
Oh, nice.
And down by Lee.
And of course, they got a new shot clock because right there towards the end, it did hit rim.
They got a little bit of that iron finally after several opportunities. Looks like number 12 is going to go to the line. Suma Yoshida. Oh, he says it was on the floor. So unlike the NBA where you have your continuation, that he wasn't continuing and didn't even know it. Okada with the ball. Gets it out to Bando. Nice pass. Had to shoot it high to get it over Lee, but they restarted the shot clock. I was not sure it actually hit rim. But then again, I'm not volunteering for that job. Looking for a break here and there. It's tough. These guys from the Gym Rats, not a lot of weight on them. They're trying to set some pretty screens, but tough job out there. They get it inside. Houston's going to go ahead and shoot the three and use the bank.
Yeah, once again, good ball movement by the Kitsap Admirals.
You know, they are using this evening as a great opportunity to do that, and I like that a lot. I have Houston in double figures now with 11. That is the 6th team foul on the Admirals. Only 4 on Japan. 40.9 seconds. Just one more quarter. 96-62, one more quarter today, but these two teams are meeting again, at this time at South Kitsap tomorrow at 5 p.m. So some great action to be seen. Opportunity for those of you who watching this on the live stream, come on out tomorrow and check them out at South Kitsap.
Oh,
nice shot by Bando.
Uh-oh. And Jimmy is down on the floor, his back up.
That was the old trick play. I'll lay on the floor and see if you come and try to steal it from me.
Williams still out there. Todd with it now.
Jim Rat's in a zone, reserving a little bit of energy that way.
7 on the shot clock.
Cliff Lee with the 3. They get it ahead. 2. Oh, and a late whistle on that. I think they're actually going to call the push out of bounds, maybe after. We'll see.
Well, Hill's going up to the free throw line, even if nobody else is.
He's convinced him, so it's okay. And notice that the rest of the team has just decided to cherry pick at the other end.
And they've done this a few times this half, and I'm sure part of it is to save some energy.
Most definitely. Endurance Wiki thinking of coming in. And now he's going to come in. He laid down on the sideline there for a moment. Tedrick Hill, that was point number 36.
In endurance from Gonzaga University.
And they both fall on. When you have a night like he does, everything's fallen. 37 points.
Wow.
So more than half of the points from the Gym Rats this evening coming from Tedrick Hill.
No, we don't keep rebounds, but it would be at least a double-double.
Oh, no doubt about it. Houston's getting hot from the three. That's 3 in a row. He's got 14.
Nishitani in the game now, working the ball around.
Nice rebound by Wiki. Oh, Jimmy King looking to try to get it ahead.
Oh, good job on the defense that time.
I believe the sideline tripped the Japanese player.
And the whistle blows. And Endurance trying to tuck his way out of that one, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a forearm.
18 fouls on the Admirals.
Leo to the line. No free throws for him prior to this. 8 points so far. Looking for number 9.
Ooh,
that
good
one
shot,
down.
nothing but net.
Nice to see that you can't tell it from here, but some good communication by the Admirals. Endurance gets that back. A whole lot of work for nothing. That's a tough defensive set.
Yeah, that time Houston shot off. And Shizuoka, the Gym Rats, coming away with it. Oh, look out. Yeah, Tedrick will get a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's had a share of moments there.
And you don't want to see anybody hurt and a big man flying up in the air like that.
When your motion is stopped, he's already been to the line 10 times. That's number 11.
How's he doing up there? Looks like mostly 50%.
He has 7. He had 7 of 11. I believe it's also a chain that we may have heard of, but now he's 7 to 12.
A little over 50.
And again, his stroke is really nice. I think this is, again, a little bit of a fatigue thing. And Cliff Lee for 3.
Oh, that was a very nice kick out by Endurance Wiki, who just takes the ball away.
And Lewis powering his way up.
And the Admirals into triple digits, 104.
9 minutes.
Grab that board, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. 10 team fouls now in the Admirals, only 4 on Shizuoka Gym Rats.
Yeah, I think the only Gym Rat even close to having any foul trouble was Bando, and he had 3. It might just throw Hill off. He hasn't had a man standing on the side for of the same color uniform this whole half.
Ooh. Yeah, you don't want to get to the hack-a-shack.
No, really, we've watched him shoot. We know that he has a better form than that 50% we're looking at. Wiki is long, but that'll go as an assist to, as Lewis puts it right back up.
Tedrick Lewis with the offensive board. And again, the Admirals doing a nice job of working the ball around.
Nice pass out to Bando. Had the opening. Hill with the rebound.
Ah!
And an emphatic 2 more points.
Yeah, Wiki's going, what?
How am I going to stop that?
Let's see, I know how I'd call it.
Oh, travel. That's not the one I would have picked.
Nope.
But so we're going to take a quick media timeout. Admirals in the lead, 106-69. 7:44 remaining in this game. Admirals with a commanding lead. Jim Rat's hanging in there. As you said, Doc, we got triple digits pretty darn early tonight.
Now you mentioned that they'll be playing again tomorrow night over at South Kitsap. So if you're the Shizuoka Gym Rats, what can you do to shut down the Kitsap Admirals?
I think you offer white uniforms to half that bench over there and see if you can get some transfers or trades. I've played enough of games where you share players when you don't have enough.
And they went for the double that time on Hill. He missed the jumper.
Or possibly you could clone Mr. Hill, and that would be a good plan as well. Patrick Lewis certainly in the right place on that one.
Yeah, they're going to tag Patrick.
Admiral's cameraman bringing that one back, their photographer that they have. Trying to bring in a whole new set of Admirals, and slowly but surely we're going to play with 6, maybe 7. Eric Schipper's in, Isaiah Curry, Duke Hamill.
Leo Bendo will be bringing it in for Shizuoka.
And I think they are trying to say that was the 10th team foul. Therefore, they should be shooting, and they shouldn't have let any of those people in until after the first free throw. But we'll see if they actually send them all back and try this all again, or realize that it's 108-69 and it's okay to be a little bit off. We'll just see.
And they gave it to Leo.
Have Bando with 10 points tonight. We got a rolling foot wave on the other side with our Tracyton Pee-wees. Love the spirit. Really do like the size of the crowd for Saturday night.
And at a new facility, too. The Bremerton High School Gymnasium. The team, of course, used to playing at Olympic College when they're in town.
That is correct. And that's going to be another Admiral foul, which is going to take somebody right up to that free throw line. You know, the cozy confines, as you call it, at Admiral or at Olympic College is a lot of fun, but this is such a fine facility. It is a very pretty gym.
Excellent lighting.
Yes. Jerry Lewis off on the first. Second one, not much better. Rebound to Tyzea. He gets it ahead to Hamill. Schipper's running the floor looking for a pass. That's endurance for 2. (110-70). 6.5 minutes left. Nice shot, not going to go down. Took advantage of the attempted steal and had the opening. Again, just a lot of nice passing, looking for their teammate. Schipper's just short on that.
Ooh, Duke thought he had it.
Duke has been trying for that.
Oh, nice.
2 more for Mr. Hill.
The cleanup man on that one.
That puts him at 41 for the evening. The wraparound, double dribble is what they've called.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a hot mustard pass to be a foot away from Johan.
Yes, yes.
But fun idea.
Well, and that is one of the ideas of this league. Have a little bit of fun, some showmanship.
And of course, Ashley Erica Robinson, the GM, owners of the team, are big in their doing their anti-bullying campaign, which is a major part of this organization and what they like to bring to the community. They do workshops and programs for the school kids. It's a great thing to be involved in.
You know, we've watched some of their skits and things at some of their games, and these are young men, several of them, so it is good for them as well just to get that public speaking, an opportunity to help their community. You know, great thing that they're doing.
Oh, it's going to blow the whistle.
It won't change much, though. It'll just get them a new shot clock and start again. That's only the 5th foul on Japan.
Yeah, I think that one's going to Suma Yoshida.
Wiki will trigger it in. He finds Curry at the top. Hamill pretends like he's going to do a 3, but with this zone, they aren't coming out too deep. Lewis with the drive, and that's going to go on Bando, probably his 4th. With 5:12 remaining, if he were smart, he'd just foul himself out of here and get a break.
He's hustled tonight.
Oh, he's played a really good game. They have some excellent players on that team. They really do.
And they've had some moments where they have played really good hustling ball, knocking it loose, moving it down to the other end quickly.
Exactly. And one of the things we don't have heights on any of these guys, and we know that there's a height advantage to most of the Admirals except at number 34 when you have Tedrick Hill. For tomorrow, I'll see if I can pull down some heights and a little bit more information about some of these guys. Jerry Lewis for 2.
You know, it'd be interesting to find out the state of basketball in Japan. I mean, how low does it go as far as grade level, that type of thing? We know it's become huge in China.
Yes, it has. They're Yao Ming, yep. They are big fans. What a nice pass. That coming from Wiki to Lewis, and in the mean
finish.
Fans liking that. It doesn't matter who you're for, you enjoy that action.
Yoshida has made some nice passes tonight, especially in the second half.
Well, and think how much Hill's had to run that floor to make that happen.
And Hill giving him a little congrat there.
113-78. Admirals with the commanding lead. 3:49 remaining. Hamill out to Johan. Johan with the 3. It's going to rattle around, but rebound to Hill. Okada gets it ahead quickly. Bando's going to put it up.
Bando has had some open shots, but they just have not gone down for him. They've been pretty close.
I think Houston took a hand to the face on that one. He's looking for a replacement right now. Oh, they had that planned. I think they've done that a time or two. And that was going to be the Isaiah Curry smash. Did not happen, but instead Sweet puts it down. Nice rebound.
Well, the Gym Rats did a good job of breaking that play up.
They did. They really did.
Oh, that was a nice play there. Good drive on the baseline. Kick out to the open shooter who hits the 3. And a takeaway.
Okada with 9. There's the Turner. The
turnaround
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, and Phil is hurt. He's
gone off.
Out.
So at the 2:35 mark, I believe we'll finally have our media timeout. 115-83 Admirals. $115.83, 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. 3 points more for Mr. Hill, and he will have a cool 50.
That was cool to see the Tracy players in the huddle there with the Admirals.
They came out at halftime, bounced around a little bit.
On the warm-ups, yep.
They play on a variety of gyms. I've coached them. We play on carpet. We play on linoleum. We play on, we haven't played on any, the attempt at the kill.
Do you play on the hardwood?
Not too often. not at the younger age groups. The older, when you get to move from the Ridgetop upper gym to the Ridgetop lower gym, it is like the biggest move in the world. So it's very cool. Great program as well, the Pee-wees. Williams with the shot.
Yeah, they were trying to put it up for Hill. Oh, nice pass by Williams to Hamill.
Williams with the steal, hustles down. He's got it up to tie. Oh yeah, if you hang on to the basket long enough, it'll come back down.
Yeah, in some gyms that could be a tee.
Oh, they've refrained from the tees this evening. Probably the right thing to do.
And for safety's sake also,
They do let them hang.
Yep, a little bit.
1983.
Oh, good takeaway by the Duke. Oh, he tried to do it.
He is not hurt. He is just embarrassed, I believe.
Yeah, I hope so, yep.
Oh, he might be hurt. Nope.
He's up. He was close.
You know, that's as entertaining as if he'd made it. So I think he's delighted his crowd.
Now I see Ricky over there is got his leg up on the bench, and I don't know if he looks like he's stretching it or trying to keep it stretched out probably.
Yeah, very much so. It looks like we've had a short timeout here. Just one more opportunity for everybody to regroup, make a plan for that final dunk, see what they have going out there. 1:05 remaining. Ooh, and we have a young man doing some good shots down there, definitely. Well, Doc, we got to thank the Kitsap Sun for live streaming this. We love that we're able to actually share it with the people in Japan and the people all around our country and all kinds of places. Definitely want to thank you, Doc, for being here tonight, and Patricia Ann for being on camera and producing.
Now, I'm not sure what time of the day it is over there. It was really difficult at the Australian Open being played down in Melbourne, the tennis. I believe I figured finally about 19 hours.
Oh, okay.
Sochi was easier, 12 hours.
Okay.
Easy at Sochi for the Olympics.
I just watched the primetime stuff. I was too lazy. Two more, he's at 49. We're looking for that 50 mark.
Wow.
Hamill over to Williams.
A Jordan-esque type of performance by Tedrick Hill.
Corey Sweet puts it up and we have a whistle. This is actually going to be a shooting foul. Hill trying to say he had Williams pinned against the sideline, but I'm pretty sure they couldn't see past him to see whether his feet were on the sideline. They're having a pretty good conversation over there. Corey Sweet's going to go to the line, trying to make it 120 points up there. This is his first trip to the line, just a perfect shot. Trying to go into double digits if he makes this. Almost gets the rebound, goes ahead to Okada. Okada is going to give it to Bando for the three. Rebound to Hamill.
Ooh, the takeaway by Bando.
Possibly a little bit telegraphed. They had a plan. They've practiced some of these, not all of them working as well as they might. Poor Ulysses doing a good Meadowlark Lemon out there. Sweet's going to go ahead and take it the distance.
He went from the foul line to the layup in about 2 steps.
And there's the big